It has been well elaborated that it does not mean what life gives to you, but it means the most and matters the most what you give to the life, what you do after something happens to you. My name is Alok Joshi, the student of public speaking and human behavior. And I welcome you all to this show, Alok Joshi Talk to Rock. And why did I say that? Because my special guest today has got something very big in the store. What he has learned from the life and how he is taking ahead with what he received from the life. Let me have the opportunity to welcome Mr. Soumitra Dubai to this show, Alok Joshi Talk to Rock. Soumitra, I welcome you to this show, Alok Joshi Talk to Rock.
Thank you, Alok Bhai. I still remember when in the month of October, I actively started to participate in SAC family. That time you, Tausif, Deepak, you were the pillars, and I was looking towards you people for guidance, for feedback. Today, I am with you, talking with you in your show. It's a real pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much for taking out some time and appearing on the show. So as we have discussed, Soumitra, already we have discussed that life has offered you something. You planned something else.
Right.
Life offered you something different than that. But you chose your own different path. So can we have your journey in between? What did you think about what life brings to you and how you have changed it?
Today I am a teacher. I'm a teacher in primary education department, and I'm teaching visually impaired students. Today there's a plan. I'm having the interest in human potential, human psychology, and I want to grow on that. But 15 years back, something happened. Because of that, the whole course of my life changed. So let you know about that. I want to take you 16 years back. In 2004, I was giving, my last attempt because that time I was passionate to join defense forces.
Yeah.
And I was giving last SSB, that is the interview in front of Service Selection Board, but I was not able to make way there. So then I joined a pharma company as a medical representative in my hometown. And there's a coincidence that so many of us in this family, we have started our career as a medical representative.
Yes.
And
I'm also in the same circle as you are. I also started my career as a medical representative.
Yeah, I know that. I started my career with the Citadel Aurobindo Biotech Limited. It was a Chennai-based company.
Yes.
It doesn't, exist presently.
Yeah.
But that time it was a small group, very prominent. So with that, I also started my MBA because I wanted to grow fast in the corporate world. Everything was going fine. At that time, I was fitness enthusiast. So daily I was running 5 kilometers, going to gym, and then the whole day marketing work. And then evening I was studying with my friends to complete the syllabus of MBA. So everything was good, but one thing was wrong, and that I was not sleeping properly. On daily basis, I was exerting my body beyond its limit. But one day it was too much. On 2nd of August 2005, there was too much humidity and there was a long power cut. So I was only able to sleep for 2 to 3 hours. But next day, as it was my routine, I woke up by 5 a.m. I went to run, then went to gym. And I think around 7:45, I was on my bike to a nearby town on business trip. I was feeling sleepy, but I didn't do anything for that. I continued riding. And then I think, as per my guess, I rode at least 3 kilometers while sleeping. And then smashed myself into a trolley. That was a standing trolley. And, there was no fracture.
Sorry to interrupt you, Soumitra. Means you did not know that you were riding a bike.
Yeah. There was not a single memory. 3 kilometers. Maybe I was completely sometimes sleepy or sometimes, partially sleepy, but I drove 3 kilometers.
Oh.
And then I smashed myself into a standing trolley that was standing on the opposite lane. And there was no fracture, no blood, but there was a hole created in my helmet. So the sudden jerk that came on my neck, it broke. something very vital inside my body. That was C4, C5 cervical bone. So the spinal cord that was going through that ruptured. So I don't know what happened there. I might be lying on the ground. People might have rushed to save me, but whatever they were doing to to make me conscious, that was making my injury severe and severe and severe. So more than 100 people have seen me before reaching to hospital, but no one was having the idea what happened to me. I think it was the first Dr. P.C. Tiwari who attended me in the emergency ward. He just seeing me, he identified that it is nothing but spinal cord injury. He immediately placed a collar around my neck and transferred me and referred me to high specialty hospital, Lucknow. There, there was some relative in the hospital, so I got good treatment. But a spinal cord injury of this level required so much attention and care. So I was operated next day, but it was a government hospital, so there was some problem. Complications started to come. I was in spinal shock for at least 10 days, and then gradually I started to come up. But every day there was new challenge. So for 40 days I was there, and then finally doctor told my family that he is going to be like this for the rest of his life. It was a shock. It was a real shock because my family was thinking that after operation I will be all right. So we came back to Faizabad. Nobody was ready to accept that I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life. I remember that day. It was, I think, someday in the September 2005. I was lying in my wheelchair, backside of my room in the open area. I was seeing the sky. It was evening time. Temperature was very high again. Because of this injury, my thermoregulatory system stopped working. So I stopped sweating. So the temperature or environment was going on. My temperature was also going on. Mosquitoes were buzzing around me. There was no light. And there was a huge bed sore at the sacrum region. And bowel and bladder control was a real challenge. So I don't know what happened. Tears started to roll around through my eyes, and some emotions were there in my mind. I started to cry like a baby. Whole family came around me, and nobody asked me, why are you crying? They started to cry with me, because it was like they all were waiting for an opportunity to release the emotions, the pain that was there in the mind of everyone. We all were crying, and it was a horrible scene. Neighbors came on their roof that something bad happened. That night, my father, who was the Iron Man of the family, came to me, and he said me, he was having tears in his eye. He said, Somu, don't cry like this again in your life. I am here, and don't worry. That time his age was 65, and 2 months back he was pretty relaxed that my son is in job, everything will be fine. But now he was having two challenges. He was to think how to start earning again, and second, to take care of a 24-year-old son like a newborn baby. So it was a huge challenge, but he was an Iron Man, and he supported with all care and love. That day, that cry that I did that evening, that brings a lot of strength in my life. I don't know what happened that day, but I started to accept the things. That okay, I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life, no problem. And from that day, there were so many visitors daily. 2-3 visitors used to come, and they used to come by sad face in my room. What happened? बहुत गलत हो गया, ये तो अब नहीं होना चाहिए था. अब कैसे काम चलेगा? And I was having my plans. I used to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And when they were going out of my room, they were having a smile on their face. And gradually, the positivity started to spread in the whole family. Though there were struggles, though there were problems, but with all that, complications were increasing in my body. With that, within a 2 month, I got my first desktop computer with a joystick, voice recognition software, and some other software that one of my very close relatives arranged all that for me. So that started. So I started to again actively engage, actively, productively participate. And just within a 2 month, I got my first student. I still remember her name. Her name was Uzma. and she came to me to study math. I know I was lying in my bed dictating math to her. And within a week, more than 10 students I was having. They all were standing all side of my bed and studying math. That first month, I got 500 rupees. And my expenses of 15,000. But that day, that 500 gave me the confidence that, look, you can do, things can turn around. And then in 2008, I think my family arranged somehow to send me for proper rehabilitation at Indian Spine Injury Center, New Delhi. And there I met so many people. Many people were paralyzed, quadriplegic, and they were doing so fine in their life. So I there also got the confidence that, look, so much can be done in the life. There I met Mr. Sujit Singh Raghav. He is a head counselor there. And he said, look, Swamit, don't waste your time and money and energy here. Immediately buy a motorized wheelchair and you will be fine. I said, but how I will be able to drive it? He said, let's see. And I was on the, motorized wheelchair. There was a cup-shaped structure or joystick. I put my wrist over there because there was no power in the hand, in the fingers, in the elbow. And I was able to drive that. It was for surprise of him and for every one of us. I was able to drive it precisely. And that 4 wheels that I got, that add wings in my life. I started my studies again. I done B.Ed. And then I participated in so many competitive examinations. And my marks was 10 to 15% higher than what it used to be when I was okay, when I was all right. So then things started to change. There were so many ups and downs again. But finally, after 10 years of wait, in 2015, I got my first full-time job as a teacher in primary education department. And things started to change again, but within a 2 months, I lost my father, the Iron Man who was supporting me for all these 10 years, and I lost him. It was a sad loss for all of us. And today, I'm a teacher. And that time when I joined, as a teacher, it was just by chance. But today, I'm a passionate teacher. I love to make difference in the life of my students. And just by chance, they are visually impaired. They are teaching me how to teach them. But I am helping them to have purpose in life. I am helping them to, have meaning in life. And I am able to bring a smile on their face. And it is making me the sense of my survival. So that is all the story.
Really an inspiring story, Soumitra, because as this reminds me, your story reminds me of one fact that even if man loses everything, but if he keeps his mind intact, he can do wonders. He can achieve whatever he wants to. So that your story reminds me and confirms me that one parable that yes, it's all about mind. If you can control it, you can control the whole world. You can control the surrounding. Yes, definitely.
Right.
You cannot bring to those things back to your life, but you can create something new. You can create new meanings in your life. So this story definitely reminds me of all those things, the mind power, how it can work. And now this one more thing reminds me, like you becoming a teacher, you chose to become a teacher, which is one of the noble professions. And since
Right.
you got interested in all the things, but you added one more feather to your life, that is public speaking. So what
Right.
interested you to join public speaking? And how did you think, yes, public speaking should be there in my career set, in skill set?
It is pretty interesting, when something comes, it comes with advantage. If anybody asks you, what is the advantage of being quadriplegic? What is the advantage of being in a wheelchair? It is the immediate that I get immediate attention. Being in wheelchair, I immediate get recognition, and people started to keep me separate from the crowd immediately. They are ready to listen to me also. But I can only leverage that. I can only take it to some meaningful conclusion only when my oratory is exceptional. That was the prime reason that I wanted to be in SAG family, and I wanted to take my communication to the next level. That I can only make the sense of this life if my communication is exceptional. So that is the prime reason. Because of that, I'm in Stack family, and I'm working on videos and talking to you and others. This is the main reason.
Now, because you speak so well, you have so much of philosophical, practical things related to mind, related to psychology, related to human behavior, all those things you have been teaching people through your videos. So, why do you think that you should study more of the human potential? You talk more about the potential of a personality, potential of a human being. So, how do you think, and from where did you get this idea that you should talk more on the human excellence, human potential?
You know, definitely one thing, because body, there's a limit. I cannot do much on over my body. The mind is something that.
Before that, Soumitra, sorry to interrupt you. Let
Yeah,
me
yeah,
let me talk to my viewers first that Soumitra talks more about human potential. Soumitra has made a number of videos on human potential, how to leverage that human potential, what are the ways and means, methodologies, techniques, and strategies that a human being can achieve that excellence. There are so many things. How he made one series, Learn to Learn. That is one of the best series and very unique series. We basically know we have to learn, but how can we learn to learn those things? So Soumitra made a complete series on how to learn. So that's why I wanted you to make some introduction about his efforts, what he does basically in his videos. Yes, Soumitra, sorry.
yeah. No, no problem. The mind is something over so much can be done, especially in my case. So from there, when there was nothing to do in those initial 10 years, then I started to work on MOOCs. That is the massive open online courses, and I have done more than 40 courses, all from renowned universities around the world. So I am gifted to have so many exceptional mentors, and they help me to understand psychology. They help me to understand learning how to learn. The series that we are talking about, it is basically about learning how to learn, and also happiness, also human potential. So many topics like in positive psychology, like character strength, and like in a case of students, we talk about a lot about grit, that is perseverance, self-control, resilience, and tolerance, humility. These are the qualities that are very valuable for the students. But what we are doing, we are teaching them passively. Now the time is that we should teach them actively, like we teach them physics, chemistry, because ultimately when you grow up, you're not going to use the equations or the formulas of mathematics. You are going to use these skills, and they are the things that is going to make you successful in life. So I have got the chance to cover so much wonderful material in last 5 to 6 years, means from 2011 to now, and I'm working on that. That series that you are talking about, learning how to learn, is a part of that. Just I'm able to post 7 videos of that. There's so much to post, so much to work on that. So that is still the work in progress. So much to learn, so much to explore, and so much to share with my students and with other teachers. So that is the work in progress. So much to do in that field, I think.
So I would suggest you, Soumitra, why don't you start your own YouTube channel? Because through this YouTube channel, you will reach millions of people. Because this is not a simple thing. How to learn. See, this is so many
Right.
people they require this. This science, many of the people they require. This is going to clear many of their doubts. How to learn. Because this is one of the basics of learning science, where you are starting something, you want to achieve that excellence, but you need to have the basic idea of that particular learning. So I
No, I'm
would
agree with
request you.
you.
Yeah.
I'm agree with you, Alokji. In a time to come, when the unpredictability is going to be so high,
Yes.
learning how to learn, prioritizing the things like the grit, the self-control, these generic things are going to be very, very valuable. There's no doubt about it. And in the Quest Transformation Quest 2021, I am also planning for a YouTube channel, and there's a YouTube channel already, but I haven't posted much on that. So I'm planning to work on YouTube channel or also on Facebook fan page. So these both are in my mind, but it's still, my efficiency is quite low. So because of that, it takes a lot of time because I work on the computer through voice command. So if it takes for the normal person 1 hour, for me it takes 4 to 5 hours to do that thing. So I'm in process. I'm working on that, and with the help of so many people who are in the family, like you and others, definitely there will be something fruitful very soon.
I would love to be associated with you in this particular
Definitely,
journey because
definitely,
I loved your theme. And this theme has to reach to millions of people to clear their ideas about, because there are people who want to excel in their life, but they don't have the groundwork done.
right, right,
And what you talk about, it's all about the groundwork, which is very much required before we move ahead to grab that
right.
excellence. And so now, what do you think about in your next journey? You have achieved so many excellence in your life regarding the human potential. You have learned public speaking also, and now you have got so much of stuff to share with the world. So, if we talk about in coming 5 years down the line, what are your plans?
Alok ji, I think there's so much that I could have done in these even 15 years because I think I have missed so many things, not because of my physical condition, but because of the my frame of mind, my focus, the way I utilize my resources. So what I am thinking, what I am planning, that I am a teacher. So especially my focus is on younger generation, physical condition, and just to conserve my energy. I want to focus to be grown as a teacher. I can reach to more and more people by teaching and training other teachers. And my area is still the same, that is human potential, human psychology, character strength, learning how to learn, memorizing better, and the other meta skills like prioritizing, like soft skills which are very common. So still the area is that, but I want to train teachers so that they can teach these things not passively but actively to the students. And for that, like I have told you, I want to work on YouTube channel, Facebook fan page, and one commitment that you are also aware that I committed. Then in 2021, I will be on TEDx. So that is
Yes.
also in the mind. But for that, I need to take my oratory and my story to
Hmm.
the next level. And I'm working on, and
Next
I'm
level.
sure it can happen. If I apply everything, it can happen. So that is in the mind. But keeping all these things aside, physical challenge is a pretty big challenge in front of me. And if I will not be able to consolidate my physical health, this all will go in vain. And
Yeah.
seeing the other patient in quadriplegia, it is sure that as I grow older, complications will be there. So one thing is sure, that the pain and the complications will be there, but suffering is something that is optional. So what I am working on, that here comes the spiritual aspect for which I am working. That no matter what will be my physical condition, what will be the condition around, I will be able to live a life free of suffering. So that is where comes my spiritual quest. I'm investing a lot of time on spirituality, growing as a spiritual person. So that is in the mind. These two things, if not happen, then everything will be in vain. I will be lying in bed doing nothing. So these two things are priority. If this will happen, not only the objective that I'm keeping in my mind, I think I will go beyond that. I will be able to make real sense of my life. So that is in my mind to achieve, to accomplish in a time to come.
And with your grit and this mental strength, I don't see any hurdle that will come in your way of achieving all those things.
Right,
So
right,
definitely that's one biggest takeaway, that pain is practical, but suffering is optional.
right, right.
That's the biggest takeaway of today's talk. If I think about that, pain is practical, but suffering is optional. Absolutely amazing, Soumitra. That is mind-blowing code that I'll be always keeping in my mind. Where say you talk about your condition, but
One
there
thing,
are people
one thing
who
I want to
have,
add, Alok ji,
yeah,
I think it's a network issue.
No issues.
One thing.
It can happen. Yeah.
Hello. One thing
Yeah.
I want to add. In this all 15 years, still if I am living an active life and a constructive life, for that, I think credit should goes to the support system that is working behind the scenes. They are not able to see that. People say me that you are an inspiration, you are a hero. That's good, but the support system that is working 24/7 behind me, I think they are the real hero. Because I cannot do anything, even anything. So how it is possible for a person to survive and live an active life because without that support system? My mother, my brothers, my nephews, my bhabhi, my sisters, and so many known and unknown persons. It is nothing but the grace of God. There are so many chances in these 15 years when I was about to die. I was struggling for my life, and so when these things happen, we should have one belief that I have developed in this 15 years, and that we should think that what nature is offering us, that is not good but best for us. And if we will be able to do this thing, immediately two things happen. The first, we will waste not much time in embracing what is thrown to us by life. And second, we will not waste our energy in fighting over the things over no control. Rather, we will be able to align our efforts towards the things where we can do something.
Yes.
And that's what I have done in 15 years.
Right.
And that helped me, so it can help anyone.
Yes.
That's all.
And yes, when you say about yourself, it's very true because you have experienced it. You have lived those moments and those sufferings and those opportunities which you got, and you encashed those opportunities. And basically, the opportunities were your mindset, most important asset, if I talk about. But there are people who have got each and every resources, physical resources, mental resources, like family support and each and everything, but still they are not able to do it. They are thinking that they are living in a lack. They don't have the support. They don't have the nature does not support them. Opportunities don't come to them. But your story tells to them that yes, everything can be done if you prepare your mind like that, and if you are in acceptance mode. This is very much possible.
Right.
So that's, and see, it's very natural, Soumitra. When we initially talked about our discussion and for this show, it's very natural that people come to you and say and show their sympathy and each and everything. It's a very natural thing,
Right.
very easy thing to do. But say it takes a lot of efforts and grit for you to overcome all those things and talk about all those things. I think
Right.
because at your position, if somebody else is there and if he or she would have been interviewed, they would always talk about the plights, the sufferings. But when you talk about
Right.
all those things, the sufferings are optional, then this takes a lot of time. This takes a lot of experience and courage for a
Right.
normal person also.
Right.
For a normal
Right.
person also, it takes a lot of courage to overcome all those things. So that's one of the best things with me. I have been interviewing people, and today I got the opportunity to learn as though we have been discussing all those things about. But this is the at length talk that we did for the first time, and people will come to know about your story as well as your undertakings, what you are doing about your projects, what you think about to go ahead in your life. So thank you very much for being on the show. This
Thank you,
has been
Neha.
one of the inspirational show for me as well as for the viewers who would be watching over there and who are definitely suffering from the lame mindset. So thank you very much for being in the show. So ladies and gentlemen, this was Soumitra Dubey, the student of human potential. And next time we'll also having one more incredible guest in our show and get inspired and motivated with that guest. My name is Alok Joshi. Watching you smiling over there. We'll meet again with the same smile. Thank you very much.